Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's U.S. End-of-Week Deep Dive, covering market moves in indexes, sectors, stocks, and global markets. The week ending Friday, December 12th, 2025. Kicking things off, I'm Max Profit. In the U.S. stock markets, the S&P 500 index closed at 6,827.42, slipping 42.97 points. It achieved a new all-time high earlier this week, continuing its very strong positive trend. The Dow 30 index rose 503.6 points to 48,458.6, marking 3 consecutive weeks of upward momentum, also setting a new record. Reviewing market breadth, the Dow 30 index and other key indexes showed mixed advances and declines over the week. The Russell 2000 index registered 1,325 advances and 570 declines, reflecting widespread market strength. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 index maintained its upward advance despite its slight price drop. Focusing on returns, the Russell 2000 index achieved an impressive 1.19% increase over the week, helping maintain a robust upward trend. The S&P 400 MidCap index showed similar gains, reflecting a 0.92% rise. The Nasdaq Composite Index lagged slightly, posting a 1.6% decline. Looking at longer-term gains, the Nasdaq Composite Index exhibits a notable 16.73% annual return over 10 years, underscoring its robustness. The S&P 500 Index closely follows, with a 12.99% ARR. The Russell 2000 Index, although smaller, reveals steady progress with an 8.54% ARR over the same horizon.
Checking out best and worst performing equities, I'm Penny Stock. Aimei Health Technology had rocketed up, closing at 29.67, gaining 21.67 for a stellar 270.8% rise. HeartBeam followed with a 215% jump, closing at 2.30. Both stocks exhibit a strong upward trend with notable volatility. On the return side, Velocity Acquisition and Camp4 Therapeutics showcased robust growth. Velocity showed impressive weekly returns with sustained upward momentum, while Camp4 maintained strong trends. Each outperformed with large total returns relative to other equities. High returns rolled in for many. Noteworthy, Wave Life Sciences marked a new one-year high, closing at 16.56, up by 121%. Essential to highlight is its remarkable 3-year return of over 358%. While Aimei also showcased positive trends, longer-term data wasn't available. As we glance at large caps, Warner Bros. Discovery leads with a 14.9% rise and 9 weeks of consecutive gains, closing at a robust 29.98. Mosaic and Molina Healthcare show mixed trends, but the upward movement was evident over the past weeks. The positive streak is evident in their returns. American International's solid week, with a 10.2% increase, complements its robust annual trends. Meanwhile, Norwegian Cruise Line continued its rally with a vibrant 10.2% gain, highlighting a 3-week upward trajectory. Warner Bros. Discovery is a standout, boasting an annual return over 140% and maintaining a solid trend. On the other hand, gains for stocks like Mosaic face longer-term challenges with negative annual returns. Strong performances contrast against the backdrop of mixed strategies. Shifting to the downside, Work Medical Technology plummeted to an all-time low at 0.11, losing 97.9% of its value. Oriental Culture, Holding, and Agape ATP also saw severe drops, marking new historical lows, underscoring extreme volatility. Potential recovery remains bleak. Work Medical faces a staggering minus 97.9% weekly return, reflected in its freefall. Similar downward spirals for Bloomsdale Inc. and Equities highlight extreme volatility, painting a challenging landscape for investors. Turning our attention to the worst-performing U.S. stocks, Work Medical Technology closed at 0.11, plummeting by 97.9% for the week and hitting a new all-time lower close. With a very strong negative trend and strong downward volatility, the stock's situation remains grim. Among the worst performers in big-cap stocks, Oracle saw a significant drop, closing at 189.97, down 12.6%. The stock is entrenched in a strong negative trend. Meanwhile, AutoZone continues a two-week decline, closing at 3,445.71 with some downward volatility. Examining daily returns, Oracle posted a one-week total return of minus 12.69%. Texas Pacific Land recorded a new one-year low close at 838.64, experiencing very strong negative trend and some volatility. Meanwhile, Intel shows a mixed positive trend despite its 8.6% weekly decline. For annual returns, Oracle exhibited a robust 10-year total return of 410.53%, despite recent declines. Meanwhile, Welltower had a 3-year total return of 184.09%, maintaining a positive trend despite closing down 2 consecutive weeks.
And now onto U.S. sector performance. The basic materials sector ended at 568.8, rising 13.52 points with a 2.4% gain. It follows a very strong positive trend, exhibiting upward volatility. The financial services sector closed at 911.65, advancing 20.54 points and recording a new all-time high. The industrial sector also performed well, closing at 1,323.35 with a positive trend and upward volatility. Meanwhile, the consumer defensive sector showed a mixed negative trend despite gaining 9.70 points to close at 879.35. The healthcare sector rounded off the list with a closing of 1,790.99, maintaining a very strong positive trend. Looking at the market breadth across sectors, basic materials had 122 advances compared to 84 declines for the day, with stronger performance seen over the week. Financial services showed significant strength, seeing 480 advances to 125 declines. Industrials also advanced, though to a lesser extent, with 389 advances accompanying 278 declines. The consumer defensive sector showed mixed results and healthcare was balanced, with slight inclines in advance numbers over longer periods. Turning to total and daily returns, basic materials posted a weekly return of 2.44% with similar daily gains. Financial services excelled with nearly 2.3% weekly returns. The industrial sector showed moderate weekly returns, while consumer defensive saw minor gains. The healthcare sector, despite trends, faced just above 0.42% return. Looking at long-term returns over 10 years, financial services led with an annual rate of 11.21%. The industrial sector also posted high returns. Healthcare maintained respectable rates, and basic materials posted steady returns. Consumer defensive saw lower, though growing returns.
In basic materials, Newmont recorded a new all-time high closing at 98.14, up by 8.38, signaling a very strong positive trend. Eastman Chemical and Mosaic showed mixed negative trends, despite rising 5.8% and 11% respectively. Albemarle and Freeport-McMoRan hit new one-year highs with very strong upward trends. Daily returns reveal Mosaic's one-week rally at 11% didn't translate to its year-to-date, which only posted 6.6%. Newmont's stellar year-to-date tops at 163.7%, reflecting its striking upward volatility. Strong consecutive weekly gains for Freeport-McMoRan mark it as a solid performer with continued upward momentum. Examining long-term returns, Newmont impresses with a substantial 413% gain over 10 years, underscoring a robust positive trend. In contrast, Mosaic and Eastman Chemical struggle with negative 10-year returns. Meanwhile, Freeport-McMoRan posts an impressive 586.7% decade-long return, showcasing strong growth potential.
The communication services sector posted a notable decline, closing at 446.20, down 14.74 points. Despite the dip, it marked a new all-time higher close with a very strong positive trend in place. The last high close was 460.94 on December 5, 2025. In market breadth, the technology sector saw a decline with 359 one-day declines against 328 advances. One-week figures also lean towards declines. Interestingly, the sector still demonstrates a mixed positive trend despite recent one-day setbacks. The utilities sector experienced a total return of negative 0.0113 for the week, with a slightly bearish average daily return. The sector's price has closed down 2 weeks consecutively amid a broader mixed negative trend and flat performance over 3 days. Examining longer-term metrics, the technology sector boasts a 10-year total return of 684.52%, showing robust performance over a decade. This underscores a positive trend that contrasts with recent weekly declines of 2.3%, hinting at varied sectoral movements.
In the U.S. communication services sector, T-Mobile US posted a substantial decline, closing at 195.16, down by 14.47. It recorded a new one-year lower close. Netflix followed suit with a 5.5 drop to 95.19, while it's been flat for 3 days. Meta Platforms ended at 644.23, shedding 29.19, maintaining a strong negative trend. In terms of returns, T-Mobile US's one-week total return plunged by 6.9%. Netflix also suffered with a monthly total return loss of 11.5%. Meanwhile, Meta Platforms had a weekly decline, similar at 4.3%. Heavy losses are apparent across this sector's major players. Examining long-term returns, Alphabet shows robust 10-year performance with an ARR of approximately 23.5%. In contrast, T-Mobile US struggled over the last year with a 16.3% drop. These contrasting performances highlight uneven growth across U.S. communication services stocks.
Thanks for watching. I'm Max Profit, along with my AI co-host, Penny Stock. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency, and commodities. Thanks for watching.